What are your thoughts on the gender wage gap in sports?
I think that the gender wage gap in general is, I mean, it's justified because it should be, like, what you get paid should be based on, especially in sports, how much revenue you generate for the respective sport that you're in. So, like, for example, the WNBA generates not nearly as much as the NBA, so their players shouldn't get paid as much. So it's not a gender thing necessarily, but it should be based on how much you generate for the company that you work for, in essence.
So, as someone who plays soccer and enjoys soccer, do you think the women's national team is paid fairly? The women's national soccer team is paid fairly, given that they generated $3 million more in revenue than the men's national soccer team did in 2015.
Right. In that example, the women should get paid more than, I mean, you would think that it would be a little weird for them to be paid more than the men, but it shouldn't, like I said, it shouldn't be based on gender. So the women in this case should be paid more than the men because they work for the same company, being US Soccer. Therefore, you should pay, I guess you would consider the women a higher asset than the men, considering they bring in more money, so you should pay them more and pay them what they're due. So I think in order to fix this, at least give them as much money as you give the men.